League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Brooklyn Bulls. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. From the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Switch. 80 weapon. Hey, watch it. Check. Crunch. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Go. Check 43. All right. 12. Motion. Hey, check right. Watch it.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Watch out. Check 9.
They run it with Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the draw, here's White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Check. Lucky. Say. Check 52.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
He's checking. Monday. 41 the mic. Check.
Luck on first down. It's complete. James White. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but Obviously, the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Check three. Gone right.
On second down, Michel. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They snap it to Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
First thing. Great team. That QB's trash. Let's go.
Here's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us. To the end of the first quarter of play. Here's Tyler Newsome now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
At their 49-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 50, it's Love. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 3. X3. 218, chop.
First down, here's White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. It's caught. This is White. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Love. Got his man. That's Harry. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 4. Check 31. Mike, 55.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Eyes on 81.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check hot route. Hot. Watch twist. Check.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half. We'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On third down, Carson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
After the interception, it's Love. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? The first down carry here for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense Not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you got the second half to play.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
25, check 25, check 25. 11Z. Kill. Reggie. Kill.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Slant. Fall.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break. Luck looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Lonnie Johnson picks it. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
Come on, fellas.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Smallwood. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Exit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got White here. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Come on, QB, come on. Do. 12. Slam. Bravo. 55. Eat. Get your swarm on. Run back. Check it out, read.
This is Carson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Push him back.
Watson now to throw. And Thomas has it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Strong right. Hey, alert 3. Shift. Monday. Joker.
They'll run on 1st down. White. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
50. Hey, check. Hey, you don't want to see me.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Check 6 guys.
It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, 17 George, watch 17. Single, single slot. 41's the money, 41's the money. Check 41. Let's get off the field, D. Watch the twist.
After the run, luck on a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Go. Kill.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right there. I'm here all day. Check this out.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th.
Reset. 19. You ain't got nothing. No.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Hey, we haven't been around the entire time football's been played, but we have studied our history, and there have been some great backs who've been accused of running out of bounds to protect themselves. Well, back in the day, many people didn't like that. But nowadays, take care of the football, show some intelligence, live to fight another down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw again on second down. Luck. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Escapes the sack. Stays on his feet. That's complete to White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another Brooklyn first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Situation. Let's go.
On first down, it's Johnson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Smallwood. And he's got some space here. Touchdown! Wendell Smallwood. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Let's go. 11. Go ahead.
Throwing is Love. Now a desperation throw. Deep. And got his man. Complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
12. 40 wants the mic. Check. On.
They'll fake it. Now Love. He'll buy some time right. He'll run it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hey, watch it. Check. Crunch.
From the gun, here's Love. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check. Mexico. 55.
Here we go on 4th. Lock. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brings up second and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And Watson's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays.
The ball is out. Watson lost it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week.